books. There's not that many, but if you want a book before you leave tonight, they're right over here. So I'll put them up over here. So
Okay, nice.
okay.
Excuse me.
All right, I think we're going to start early because this is one of the biggest in-person crowd. Looks like a revenge. That will be very early. Let's see what happens when you have royalty shot. 1 minute early. 1 minute early. What? I mean, all of you dressed up for the occasion. Look, I mean, you actually read my email. I mean, can you believe it? I mean, I try to get my students to. I'm sorry, Mike. If you don't know who's yelling at you right now,
There you go.
I'm Joe Thompson, okay? I'm the president of your award-winning Larry Dierker chapter, SABR. And that is true. We are an award-winning chapter. Here in a minute. We are award. I'll tell you. But anyway, see, we're growing out of this room. We're going to move quick. We're going to take over the whole restaurant. But y'all do read my emails, unlike my students, because I see a lot of Hawaiian shirts in here. And, we do this in honor of Dirk tonight. We are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Dirk's No It. Okay. So all of you online, how you doing? Y'all can obviously hear me, right? Because you wouldn't be clapping without me. All right. So I'm going to keep my keep my comments tonight real quick, real brief. Yeah, right, Joe. Whatever. We'll kind of see how this goes. First of all, I'd like to thank Bill Brown, who gave us a great presentation in June over the Big Red Machine. If you have a copy of the book, Brownie's here to autograph it. If you didn't, you just have to beg him next time. Show up for September. Okay. If this is your very first time at a SABR meeting, please raise your hand, and the person who brought you can introduce you. So, John Lloyd, brought a guest.
Yes.
Right?
Thank you, everybody. Just joined today, Rod Connerly. Couldn't believe it. I invited him, and he went online, joined. I'm coming. Perfect. He was with Chevron Phillips for a long time, and he goes to Astro games with me all the time. And he's a huge fan. He knows about Dirk insurance. And he wanted to be here to see this. And so anyway, welcome, Rod Connerly.
All right. Also, we have another special guest that many of you don't really get to meet too often, because not all of you go to the January Rogers Hornsby Winter meeting. Okay? And this guy is a staple at the Rogers Hornsby Winter meeting. His name is not Mr. Capps, it's Mr. Mike. Mike Capps, you want to raise your hand and say hello and tell everybody what you did? Right. You announcing games still?
Yeah.
UTSA. UTSA. Used to be the voice of minor league Rangers baseball. Oh, I'm sorry. He's interrupting me.
Right. In the 24 years I was in business, the Astros were my favorite at that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
You know why? Because I was raised on Colt 45. Right?
There you go. Right. There you go. Now in January, you won't say that Rangers were your favorite. When we're over there. Thank you, Mike. He wrote a great book a couple of years ago called Grinders, right? Yeah. If you haven't had a chance to pick that up and read it, feel free to right here. Maybe you'll autograph it. If you get him to come back in September. So anyway, all right. We didn't have a meeting last month because some of us were in Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, for SABR 54. So real quickly, because I don't want to take anything away from our special guest tonight. I have a couple of slides, and those that went with me to Cleveland. We actually have one on the phone, I think. Francis, I think you're here. All right. He's looking at Sorry. But they're going to come up here, or Bob, and just say some of your favorite parts of Saber 54. And then if you don't know where Saber 55 next year is, or if you do know, don't tell the person next to you. Maybe they don't know. I'm going to reveal it at the end. So, Chris, Herb, William, Bob, you just hang there. Whatever. Okay. Or you want to come up here? It's up to whatever. Just real quick. Everybody online see that?
Yes,
Samuel.
yes.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. This is the first year where we had a new batch of people that went to the convention, I think, compared to normal. I mean, some of our people that usually go to the chapter conventions didn't get a chance to this year. But we had 8 people from our chapter. 8 people from our chapter show up. Theo, who you'll meet here in a second because he made a presentation. Bob, William, Wes Pierce. I think Wes is on the line. I'm not sure if he is. Myself, Vince and Lena, who are actually living in Wisconsin now, but they still call us their primary chapter members, even though Vince always showed up with the Brewers hat on. So he kind of shares. And her. I think we also have Francis, who does a lot of stuff with our kids. Francis Kinson. Okay, so that would make 9. So thank all of you for showing up. And as I already announced, we are a award-winning chapter. This is our 3rd year in a row that we have been recognized as one of Saber's most outstanding chapters. So this has got nothing to do with me. It's got everything to do with y'all. Thank you for being so passionate about baseball that you want to come out and listen to me yell at you. Thank you. A great chapter. 3rd year in a row, we've been recognized. 2024 All-Star chapter. 2025 MVP chapter, 2026 All-Star chapter. Again, we didn't get MVP because there's a research thing and research component, which I already have an idea for. I've already talked to Saber about this, but we'll kind of see how that goes. So I want to get us back up here, 2027 for MVP. Okay, so next slide. But this is some of our favorite part. This is Theo. Theo is a grad student at Rice. All right, and he made a poster presentation. And Herb, you remember the first thing we thought of when we first saw his poster? Like, what language? Well, what language is this? All right, it is so far above our heads. But the name of his poster, and this is him presenting, the name of his poster was Introducing Blend Plus, Evaluating Pitch Arsenals and Orchestra. Anybody want to? Chris, you're the analytics guy.
I saw Rice. I figured I was out of class.
But he made a great presentation. So we're real proud of Theo. He was a member of our chapter.
I think he was there on.
Theo, you're not here.
He was there on scholarship. But
Yeah, he was there on scholarship. So
you go to college, right?
any college students in here, you want to go to the next convention, you can do that. So congratulations, Theo. I know you're not here, but we're real proud of you, right? Good. Thanks, Theo. Okay, good. Next. Okay, this is night 1. Anybody recognize that guy?
Nice. Right.
MLB Network?
Yeah.
Brian Kenny? Okay, this is opening ceremony. Bob Kendricks of the Negro Leagues Hall of Fame, the Baseball Museum. Yeah, he's had a fireside chat moderated by Stephanie. And Brian Kenny was awarded to get the Henry Chadwick Award, Lifetime Baseball Research, things like that. And him and his wife were like right behind us, okay? And his wife came over to me and like, there was 2 chairs. Do you mind if we sit down? Do you mind? I mean, yes, please sit down. Please sit down next to us. So Brian Kenny sit down next to us, sat at our table. Had a great time doing the whole presentation. He was gracious enough to give me and Bob a picture. So thank you, MLB Network, Brian Kenny. Read his book. Get the name of his book. It's a pretty good book. Okay. Anybody? Okay. Next slide. This is Wes. And there's a group of us at, believe it or not, this is Cleveland, Ohio, and they do serve barbecue. It was Mabel's barbecue. Y'all want to comment on the barbecue? It's one of the best I've ever had.
Best ribs I've ever had. They were outstanding.
I don't see ketchup on the table. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I've had a few ribs myself.
Yeah. Okay. So it was a great time. Before I go any further, I'm gonna let Bob, William, and Herb talk about their favorite parts of the commission.
So I'll start off. My favorite part started the day the plane arrived. I go off the plane and it was maybe 80 degrees. I wanted to kiss the ground right there. And it was beautiful. You know, we were able to walk around to Lake Erie and do that kind of stuff before the convention started. The weather was outstanding the whole time we were there. We're so used to 90 degrees wide. It was great. It was great. That was fun. Seventh convention I've ever been to. This may have been the best, other than SABR 44, which some of you were participating in. You don't know that here. But the good convention had a lot of good speakers. Baseball from 8 in the morning till 10 o'clock, all day. Tours, what have you. One of the funny things was they had a player panel. They had a bunch of former Cleveland players, and people were asking them questions. And one thing they did not want to be called was Crusaders. We are Indians.
Right. We got Guardians.
We got a lot of applause from that audience.
Crusaders, right?
Yeah, it was kind of interesting, Mark, and see that. But it was good. We went to Lee Field, the old ballpark where George Maggio's streak was ended. It's been recreated to some degree. And Herb and Joe got to toss baseball back and forth. They look pretty good for old timers.
Still my doctor.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Ditto what you said about the weather. You can easily walk around today and not sweat it up and all that. I mean, it's easily changing weather.
Can't hear it. Can't hear it.
Oh, these guys. So I think that the best part was just being around people you knew and all that, going to the Indians game or Guardians and call it now. Fortunately, the bullpen can do a good job. The Friday night fire was a real good thing as well. Another thing is that I also went to that old style ballpark, and they had probably 5 or 6 players in the old timey uniform one. It's like 1800s. And we got to throw around baseball with them. I had put on baseball gloves when I was probably 15 or 16. And so it's been over a decade. That was really fun too. That was part of our bus tour we did. We did.
I got
As you'll see later, we did a bus tour, went to several places. That was our last stop until and we were pretty tired after throwing around baseball. I did pretty good. I actually caught some. Yeah, you should try and catch it with the net pocket. It was good. And it's just you gotta get used to it. Kill the dream.
Right. If you haven't been to a convention, let me kind of just give you an overall thing of what they have. They have panels, they have presentations on research, they have committee meetings, and they have the posters like you talked about with this. I really enjoyed the players panel. He's going to talk more about that. I might add in on that later. But the other thing I really liked was a committee meeting on official scores. So they had the official score from the Guardians, from the Twins, and from the Akron Rubber Ducks. So it was just fun hearing how things have changed over the years. And I like to keep score of the games, so it's fascinating to be how they make their decisions. And They have so much more technology now than they did 20 years ago. And they can look at replays and all that stuff. They have that in their experience. Everything was great. The weather, like they said, especially the first 2 days, we got pictures from the hotel where it looks out over the Lake Erie. I've never seen schools look better.
So this was Williams' first SABR convention. Okay. You're safe. Bob, you've been to 7. I think I missed 7. 7 of those. All right. I'm going to fly through the rest of these because they kind of touched it already because I want to get to Dierker and everything. But thank you guys. Okay. So this is part of the bus tour. Rocky Calavito's statue. The guy that gave the talk knew the family. Okay, knew Rocky. This was Little Italy in Cleveland. Okay. Another part of the history bus tour that I thought was interesting, we went to Lakeview Cemetery. Ray Chapman. We know Ray Chapman, right? President Rogers. Only MLB player ever to die directly from injuries sustained during a game. Struck in the head, slide Carl Mays, August 16th, 1920. Yesterday, how many years? That died 12 hours later. So that was pretty neat. There's also interesting about the cemetery that President buried there. Grant, not Grant, James Garfield, right? President Garfield. And also Elliot Ness. Internet. Okay, so next one. This is also Thursday. This is the vintage baseball we were talking about. Mike, this is our new rival. They said they would set up a game between the Houston Babies. Houston Babies, which is our chapters, vintage baseball team. So you young guys out there, we need to talk. We need some players. We're going to play probably in November or something. All right. So you young guys.
October 19th is Alabama.
Huh?
October 19th is Alabama.
October 19th. Oh, I forgot it. Thank you. But this is their vintage team. This is one of the many vintage teams up there. But here's one of them, the Whiskey Island Shamrocks. They play by 1860s rules, which means no gloves. No gloves. So
Sorry, William.
it's okay. And here is Fannie Mae Lewis. So you know why Fannie Mae Lewis really here? Anybody? Who played in League Park? You remember? One of the Negro League teams, right? Is he part of the Cleveland Buckeyes? Right, the Cleveland Buckeyes. Right, yes. So, yeah. So they have a statue of her at League Park. Next slide. Okay. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the whole convention. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite baseball movie of all time. When we got done Thursday night, we had the award-winning writer and director David Ward zoomed in, and we had a talk about Major League. Okay? It was a Q&A and a film screening of Major League. You know why I have Moses Cleveland statue? Major. Anybody that's seen Major League? You know what? The significance here?
Is the name of one of the players?
He's wearing the cap. You ever seen Major League? You know, I say that Bob, it's the first time you'd ever seen the unrated. I didn't get that. R-rated.
Was it all done indoors?
The movie itself? No, what do you mean? I have no idea.
I thought they might have just a pit outside.
No, this was indoor. I'm so you were there. All right. But anyway, it was moderated by Jonathan Knight. So this is probably one of my favorite parts. Go ahead, next slide. Here is the Cleveland Indians panel, 1990s. We have, what do you have? Charles Mack. Okay. Andy Allen. Okay. Carlos Vallarta, right there. Who showed up at a presentation, by the way. Pretty neat. And former Astro, Kenny Law. Okay, and then Kenny Locke. And then we had Mike Harker. So pretty neat little thing. So go ahead and next. And this is the night game, Guardians game. You see us all, we're up in the third level. I had some of us could get seats down on the first level, and I took this picture of Jose Ramirez. It's my iPhone. The guy behind me was like, wow, you can zoom in like that, your iPhone? Like, yeah, you gotta get one. So, it did not work for Apple. Right. So here is Frank Robinson, Bob Feller, and it's Jim Coleman. Okay? Great little thing. So, I mean, great picture, right? Especially when you got Lena in here, right? Yeah. All right. So, go ahead, next slide. After everybody left, Herb and I decided to stay, or we were going to stay. So on Sunday, Herb and I went to the Lake County Captain's High A Guardian. Okay, this was pretty neat. I took a picture of this relief dude. He was a sidewinder some of the pitches and a throwing regular some of the pitches. He was just confusing the heck out of the South Bend, Iowa Cubs. Okay, not really. Right, but he just had a wacky sort of wind up. We went to the Captain's, and the prettiest, one of the things we like to do with every convention is go to a minor league game. I had this here, and I want her to correct me. We had a rain out. Okay? We get to the 8th inning. We get to the 8th inning, and in between the top and the bottom of the 8th inning, they call the game.
They didn't even cover the field.
They didn't even cover the field.
3 minutes to decide.
Right. And so Herb and I were like, they're calling this because we saw the Iowa Cup guys.
They started walking off the field. So they must have planned that ahead of time. They were not going to cancel.
Right. They were getting out of it. So the game got called. Okay? The interesting thing about this is at the top of the 8th inning, Lake County was winning 1-0. Okay? And then the top of the 8th, the South Bend Cubs scored 4 runs. Including a home run, right? Yeah, 4 runs. But the game got called. So Lake County Captains didn't get to bat in the 8th inning. So the Captains won the game.
It was funny.
They won the game 1-0.
No.
All that was taken away.
It's funny. That's why I said big note starts to be announced that they got them with 1, and then all of a sudden, about 2 minutes later, he said, "Oh, those runs don't count."
It's a pretty weird thing. I don't know if anybody ever seen that. So, I don't know. All right, next slide. I think it's the last one. Well, if you don't know where next year is, next year, because of baseball's pending strike, SABR decided to go to a minor league park for the first time in 30 years. So August 4th to 8th will be Birmingham. Rickwood Field. So August 4th through 8th, it's about the first night, wasn't it Scott Bush that gave us like a hint? Yeah. Or like, this is the hint of where next year is going to be. It's less than 10 hours. Right. So, you know, here to Birmingham, is he right? Less than 10-hour drive?
It's the drive
That's Saskatchewan.
Is what?
Saskatchewan.
We're
We're going north.
Right. So hopefully all of you can join me next year, August 4th through 8th in Birmingham, Alabama. Right? That's all I got. It was a great time. Thank you. Right behind. Thank you all. Herb and Liam and Bob. So that's it. Right? Thank you. Okay. Without further ado, I've wasted so much time already. We are here to honor Dirk. So Mr. Astro, Larry Dierker. Huh?
You want to do that first?
Oh, you want to do a video first?
You want to video first and then video?
Okay, what we'd like to do before we get Dierker to come up here and talk a little bit, we have the first inning.
The 9th inning.
We have the 9th inning. It's 3 minutes, about 6 minutes. We're here to honor Dierker's only no-hitter of his career. And we have the audio version of it. We thought we had the video, but we're gonna listen to the 9th inning. And once he is done, Dierker is all you. Okay? Thank you, sir.
All right, we're going into the 9th inning now. Tonight's attendance 14,380, 14380. Dierker will be facing Manguel to get the 9th inning underway. Larry Dierker has never pitched a no-hitter in the big leagues. He came close once in 1969 against the Atlanta Braves. At Atlanta, he pitched 8 2/3 innings of no-hit ball before the first Brave got a hit in that one. That's the closest he's come. That's getting pretty close. And then he lost that ball game eventually. Went into extra innings. Here's Manguel. He's been up 3 times, struck out once.
Well, I know one thing. He's not going to lose this ball game. He might lose the no-hitter. He won't lose the ball game.
Here's the pitch, and Manguel takes a strike.
Low pass is set up with Bobby Green down below. If he throws it, we'll be talking to him, and then you and I can work our way down there through the pandemonium. And let's get the no-hitter first.
All right, Dierker still got 3 outs to go here. We're in the top of the 9th inning. 1 strike on Pepe Manguel. Strike 2 called. Pepe took a good slider up around the letters on the outside corner. 0-2 count on Manguel. There's not been a no-hitter in the Astrodome since 1967 when Don Wilson no-hitted the Atlanta Braves. Ended that game by striking out Henry Aaron. 0-2. Pitch to Manguel. Up a little bit, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The last no-hitter pitched by a Houston pitcher was by Don Wilson at Crosley Field in Cincinnati in 1969. There have been 4 such games pitched in Houston history. Still nobody out here in the 9th inning. 1-2 pitch, Manguel. He's got him, struck him out, 1 away. Manguel goes down swinging. That's 1.
I think we can say here safely, Gene, a lot of people sometimes are critical of announcers that announce no-hitters. There have been those who felt they should not. But I know you join me in saying that after all, the fans here know it, the ball players know it, and the fans listening in and the people that sponsor the games are entitled to know that everybody is throwing a no-hitter.
Well, Larry's got 2 to go. Lytle has been up 3 times tonight. Here's the pitch to Lytle high and outside. It was Lytle who hit the ground ball that Bob mentioned last inning. The toughest play in the ball game so far defensively. A great play made by Rob Andrews in the 4th inning to throw Lytle out at first base. 1 out, nobody on. Dierker has now gone 8 1/3 innings. The left-handed batter Lytle takes it high outside. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0. We'll give you a chance to get a station break in here in just a second. Ball 2, no strikes. They're pulling Lytle, the lefty hitter, a bit off the right side. Dierker's 2-0 pitch to him is a called strike. Outside corner letters, 2-1. Batting next will be Mike Jorgensen. Lytle and Jorgensen have been the 3 toughest outs for Dierker tonight on 3 defensive plays that we were talking about a few moments ago. Here's the 2-1 pitch, Lytle. Got him swinging, strike 2. Fastball up a little bit, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jim Lytle.
The FCC regulations say that you do not have to interrupt anything which is important to get a station break in, and I'd have to say right now this is one of those times.
All right, Dierker checks over sign again with Ed Herman. He has a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Lytle. He has just struck out Pepe Manguel. The pitch to Lytle. Got him. Struck him out. 2 away. Dierker needs Mike Jorgensen. 2 outs, nobody on.
Don't think he doesn't know he doesn't have it. If he didn't, he'd have to be totally stupid. The fans here are going absolutely berserk. Go get him, Larry, and go get him, Gino.
All right, here's Jorgensen, always a tough out, a left-handed batter. Flied out twice, grounded out tonight. Dierker's windup, pitch to Jorgensen. Ground ball, Watson's got it, it's all over. And Dierker has the no-hitter.
Look at him go wild. They're going to kill him down there, Gene. Absolutely mobbing him down there. They won't let him get off the field. His own teammates are pummeling him half to death. I have seen now and broadcast 7 no-hitters are a part of it. This is a great thrill here to be one. And Gino, who described that play magnificently, has some more facts. And a little later on when we get settled down, we'll be going right down into the locker room and we'll be talking with him. Dierker is now being pulled over and is coming through with the umpires, and a standing ovation, Gene.
Absolutely tremendous. I never saw a happier man in my life. Dierker got over by first base when Bull crossed the bag with that ball all by himself, and the unassisted put out, jumped up and down. He is absolutely out of his mind.
I had a couple of no-hitters in the ninth inning earlier in my career, and I really thought I might pitch a no-hitter any time because I could be overpowering. At that point, I was just trying to hang on and play as long as I could. I was throwing sidearm, and my arm hurt. And about the seventh, maybe the eighth inning, I started getting an adrenaline kick. And even though I didn't have the same delivery, the ball was jumping out of my hands, and I was throwing it by people upstairs. And that's all I did. You know, I said the last one I'd lost was an infield hit. So I said, it's going to be strikeout, fly ball, or home run. I'm not going to throw a ground ball anymore. And I became a power pitcher for 2 innings, and it worked.
And Jose Cruz playing in place of an injured Cesar Cedeno made a couple of nice plays for you in center field.
Theo made a nice play in right center field on a ball hit by Jerry Morales that might have gone out of some ballparks. Enos Cabell made a pretty good play coming in on a bare hand swinging bunt play from third base. There was nothing that was so extraordinary that, you know, it would be an over and over replay, but there were 3 really good plays.
All right. Everyone. Give you Mr. Astro, Larry Dierker.
Yeah, sure.
All right. I need to put his up here.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well, as most of you know, I've from time to time been a little unconventional in what I say or do. And in this case, can everybody see this picture down in the lower left? We're going to move it up a bit. Right. Thanks, Ben. There you can see it now. The next day, this was one of the photographs that was in the Poster Chronicle. And I got a letter from a guy by the name of Johnny Goyen. Anybody remember that name? City Councilman. Not familiar. Johnny was a columnist. I think he was with the Post. It's hard to say. I'm not exactly sure when the Post folded and Chronicle became our only paper, but Johnny was a city councilman. And he was, you know, he won several terms. He'd been around a while. I'd been it before. He sent me that picture from the paper. And he said, well, Larry, I can tell from this picture that baseball's a lot like politics. When they go for your balls, jump. The thing that I got brought up just today by somebody was I might have been reading one of these facts. And one of the first questions afterwards was, when did I know I had a no-hitter going? And I said, right after the first inning. What? You were thinking about pitching a no-hitter in the first inning? I said, no. I was thinking it, I was trying to think as I walked back to the dugout, and this is the truth. When was the last time I didn't give up a hit in the first inning? And I couldn't remember. I was at that point in my career where I was struggling. We had a bunch of young pitchers up in AAA. Those of you that go back that far, Mark Lemongello, Bo McLaughlin, Joe Sambito, Mark Lemongello, and a few others. And so I was like the veteran out trying to defend my own territory. And I didn't have much to defend it with. And what I thought about that day, before I even went to the park, was that I needed to just become a pitcher again. Because I found myself trying to prove that I had as much arm strength as the rest of these young guys. And if it were in these days with radar guns, I don't know what I would have known, because I would have known how hard I was throwing and how hard they were throwing. And I really didn't know, but I did think about it after the first inning. And that's why I found it remarkable to be able to retrieve some semblance
of an overpowering fastball in the last 2 innings. When I started seeing that they still didn't have any guess, I wasn't really trying to throw harder. I was trying to just have good control and change speeds and be a good professional pitcher, not give them too much over the middle to hit, and try to work the corners at various speeds and let them hit it and get themselves out, which is really the best way you can pitch, whether you're young, hard throwing, or old and tired. Is if you can throw balls that are strikes that they can't take and get 2 strikes, they have to swing, and they will get themselves out. You don't have to feel like I have to get every guy out. A lot of times you could just let them get themselves out. And I think if I were going back to the field now, there are some guys on our current team that I would probably talk to if they would let me and say, look, you're making it way too hard. You're pitching to every hitter that comes up like it's Babe Ruth or Barry Bonds, and you need to strike them out. You don't. If you make a good pitch and change speeds and you're around the corner, they'll make outs. You've got 7 guys out behind you and 1 guy helping you behind the plate. And there's the thing that every single hitter does more than anything else when he stands into the batter's box with a clean count. The most likely thing the hitter is going to do is make an out. Let him. So that was part of my thought process in the beginning. But once I realized there was a no-hitter in progress, I thought about it in the 1st inning and didn't think about it much until maybe the 7th. But when I saw it was right there, the only other 2 times, Gene forgot about a perfect game I had going at Shea Stadium. Gene Elston and what he was saying there, because he said I had a no-hitter 1 time in Atlanta, and I did. But I had a perfect game going in my last start of the year in 1965 at Shea Stadium. And I lost that on a couple of hits, and we lost the game 1-0. So then in a game that was also in September and had some importance because it was in the pennant race, was the game in Atlanta that Gene was talking about. Because in 1969, we started off 4-20. And I don't know when we finally caught up to 500, but I do know that was when our 20th loss was a no-hitter that Jim Maloney pitched against us in Cincinnati. And I do know that the very next night, Don Wilson of the Astros gave them some of their own treatment, pitched a no-hitter against them. So that was our 4th win. We already had 20 losses. We put together a 10-game winning streak not long thereafter, and we had another 10-game winning streak during the year. And we got to the point, I think, toward the end of August, where we were over 500 and in the pennant race. So when we went to Atlanta, it was the first game of the series. The Braves were at first. I think we were 2 or 3 games out. I'm not sure if we were in second, because those other teams I mentioned, they were all in the race too. And it would really be interesting to see that again these days. If all the teams played each other within their division in September like we used to, you have a possibility of something like that happening. Because every day you're going to be playing someone in your own division. So it gets to be a tight race. It could be like 69 was. But it wasn't to be for me in that game either. This one I got to 8 2/3 innings, but it was also 0-0. And I was pitching against Phil Niekro, and we were getting a few hits here and there, and maybe a walk or 2, but we did not score a run off it. And I'm kind of when I look at this book, anyway, I pitched the Niekro came out. I don't know if it came out after 9 or 10, but I'm getting these games mixed together. This was the game against the Braves was in Atlanta, and it went 11 or 12 innings. And I lost the no hitter on an infield hit at the bottom of the ninth. So I'm thinking, there's no defense against an infield hit. You can really make a good pitch and a guy can chop it if he can run it. He can hit. That's why there are so few no hitters, because of little bloopers and dunker chip chops and grounders. So what that was saying to me when I finally got the last chance in this game was that if I get to the point where I'm in the 8th or 9th inning, I'm not going to give up an infield hit. That's how I lost the last one, and this one was going to be gas. It was either going to have four-seam riding action and be a pop-up, a fly ball, or a strikeout. And I think I got 3 or 4 strikeouts the last 2 innings doing that, because it was just an adrenaline rush. And I was throwing out of here at the time, and I developed a way sometimes to cut under the ball and make it sail. And when you throw that pitch, they're going to either miss it or pop it up or hit a fly ball. There's hardly anyone's going to get on top of it to hit a grounder. Actually, Mike Jorgensen did to end the game. And that was the best feeling of all, is when you only need one out and the batter steps up and swings at the first pitch and makes it out. You don't have to sweat it out. It's all. And so, but he was like this, and I feel the pitch coming in, like that, kind of hold your hands inside, and he just hit a big 2-hopper to Bob Watson. And so Bull came and stepped on first. I jumped up to keep my jewels. And that what happened after the game is there was a young kid reporter by the name of Tim Melton. Well, Tim Melton, I think he's retired now. He's had a full career of retired. That's how long ago it was. And he was having trouble with his cameraman. I don't know if they were having trouble with the sound or the lighting or what the issue was, but they kept asking me if I could stay. Of course, I was so excited and everything. I wasn't going to go to sleep. I mean, yeah, I'll stay. So it took him about 3 or 4 tries. And by the time we finally got it, and I went up to where the families wait, my wife was there all by herself. I was thinking I might find 1 or 2 of the guys that were on the team and we'd go somewhere and have a beer. But there was nobody to do that with. We went back home, and I remember that I got a bottle of champagne, and I put it in the refrigerator several days before that. The game was on July 9th. Our anniversary was July 15th, so it was only a week away. And I was, for once, ahead of the game, and I got the champagne in the refrigerator before I pitched the no-hitter. So when we got home, instead of fireworks, it was candlelight. And that was just very good. That's just the way it should have been.
Do you remember the free beer? There was a free beer.
Yeah, that's a big item. The Astros were trying to do anything and everything to draw fans, and one of them was they put an orange light up on the scoreboard, and they turn it on in alternate minutes, so it would be on for a minute, and then the light would be turned off, then on, then off. And in the beginning, the thing that they were trying to do was give away beer to get more people to come to the. But our hitters were weak. If you look at this lineup, we weren't going to be hitting too many home runs in the Astros, and we didn't. So finally they said, well, we're going to extend this offer, and if our pitcher strikes out a designated hitter of the opposing team, and everybody could have free beer. And so the no-hitter game, Pete McCannon was that hitter. And I struck him out maybe in the 7th. And I guess in there it said there were 14,000 people. There didn't seem like that many. Toward the end, when I'm looking around, it looked like the place was half deserted because everyone was in the beer line. I'm told it. Well, they get a beer or two if they could. They walk back to the end of the line and drink it while they're. So there were more than a handful of people who didn't actually see the no hitter, but they got their fill of beer. Took a look. Any more questions?
Who was calling your pitches? Were you calling the pitches or was the catcher doing more of the pitch calling?
Catcher was Ed Herman. You know, my favorite catcher in all the years that I pitched for the Astros was Johnny Edwards, but we had traded him before that, and we traded recently for Herman, and he was a veteran catcher from the White Sox. His nickname was Augie because he was grossly overweight. Not for an ordinary person his age, but for a guy that's a major league athlete, he was quite heavy. And to me, it was not, I would like to have pitched it to the catcher. It felt like we were, together all the time, but I was pretty much calling my own pitches. And I can't believe it these days when I see a guy, pitcher get out and have a piece of paper in his pocket, how he's going to pitch to somebody. I had another experience that speaks to that and probably speaks against what is happening in baseball now. And that is, if I'm standing on the mound and I have a catcher giving a sign and a location with his idea of what would be a good pitch to throw, it might not have been my idea. So I shook off, and then after we got Robin Roberts, which I was probably only 23 or 4 years old then, he showed me the add and subtract thing where if he puts down a fastball and I add one, it's a curve. If I add two, it's a slider. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 is a wiggle. Change up. If he puts a wiggle, I can go down this way and go 3, 2, and I'm throwing a curve. So subtract down here and add up here. If any of the pitchers for the Dodgers had been doing that in the 2017 World Series, they wouldn't have to be such crybabies about signs. But not steal my signs. And the other thing is, I like to call my own game. And that was and I wasn't unique in that way. The year of '69 when I'm 120, I had 20 complete games. And I think there were 4 or 5 guys in the league pitched more complete games and more innings than I did. But everybody was doing it, which makes me think that everybody could still do it if the managers and the scientists would let them. I don't know what you all think. You probably don't have. You don't have the same thoughts that I do. My feeling is when you're on the ground and the guy steps in the batter's box, you have an idea. And then you throw a pitch and you see how he reacts, and then you might have a different idea. But nobody knows what you're thinking. The manager, he can't guess. One time, President Gomez came out to me when I was having a tough time, and he said, "Larry, you're not concentrating." And I said, "Well, how would you know?" You can't see somebody not concentrating. I can see the rockets going all over the place. But anyway, the veterans would say, don't always just throw what the catcher wants. You got to throw what you have confidence in throwing. When the game's over, if you win, you'll get the win. And if you lose, you'll get the loss. I haven't seen a box score anywhere where the catcher got the win or the loss.
I think David Jerome has questions. It's on.
Yeah. Dirk, what did the manager say to you after your no-hitter?
What did the manager say to you after your no-hitter?
Nice game. But again, next time. You have to understand Bill Burton, although apparently it's funny anyway, but if you knew him, that's what he said. You know, he was the most low key, quiet, strength, and strong, silent type, and he didn't waste any words, and that's what he said.
But it was true.
It wasn't like
It was a nice game.
it was a nice game. And it was true that I wasn't surprised when he didn't jump up and down or get excited.
No, for him, that was effusive.
What?
For him, that was effusive.
The user?
Effusive.
Effusive.
Yes.
No. He was the opposite of effusive. Yes.
Gary, how many pitches did you throw that?
108.
If I had to guess, I'd say 120.
108.
108.
108.
Was that?
But the thing is, that's because the first 6 or 7 innings, I was trying to just let them get themselves out. And now I see not just the Astros, but every team. It seems like every pitcher is trying to strike every hitter out. They're trying to nibble on the corners and through backdoor breaking balls. They're throwing pitches that are hard to get over the plate. They get behind the count, and now they're in danger if they want to continue to be careful walking the guy, or if they give in and throw it over the middle of the plate behind in the count, they're going to get hit. So I say let them hit it early in the count.
How many times did you remember in your career, did you go past 9?
Not in the no-hitter. I went past 9 innings a lot of times.
No, in your career. How many times did you pitch beyond the 19th?
I would guess 5. Not that many, but.
I'm telling Larry, what's unique about this game is he contributes to no-hitter to his bat, he drove in runs, and with his fielding, he turned a double play, and he covered first. So, besides pitching, he did the fielding for hitting as well.
You had to carry the team.
Right.
At what point does your teammates stop talking to you during the no-hitter?
They didn't talk to me. They all went down to the end of the bench.
That was that.
Well, that's a tradition. Just like when we listened to the last inning with Prince and Elston, there was a unwritten rule that you don't disturb the guy's thinking or make him think about anything else or deal with anything. So you just get away from him and don't talk to him. And so I knew what they were doing. And I was going, come on, okay. So, they stayed down at the end of the bench and in the Astrodome because the dugouts were so long. That was a long ways from Then the other thing was, if you're an announcer, you don't talk about it either. You might say, "Oh, here in the 8th inning, and the Expos have a couple of guys on through walks. The Astros made an error in the 4th inning, but so far there's only been 3 guys on base. Now here's so and so, and here's the count." They won't say that he's pitching a no-hitter, but they'll say what you had done, and without saying he's got a no-hitter going. But Prince and Elston, I listened to the radio broadcast one time shortly after I did it, and they were talking about no-hitters from the 7th inning on. Well, Gene, a lot of announcers think, they can jinx the pitcher. How am I going to jinx Dierker when I'm sitting up here in the broadcast pitching a no-hitter, okay?
Mike, you have to take it from. I don't know if you remember this or not, but Larry and I got there late. And it seemed to me we were either in the dugout or downstairs. And there was only one other guy there, and I think he might be Kenneth Governor or our state now. And I'm asking you questions. And you're obviously tired and out. And you looked up at me and you said, "Who the hell are you anymore?" A state reporter for Ray Miller at Channel 2. And they call me, and I'm nothing's going on. Nobody's getting killed that night, obviously. So I go run everyone to know and we do this, and that's one of the greatest memories of my whole life. Called off by Dirk.
Well, sorry.
Sure.
Not it, Mike.
Sure, the manager of the Expos, wasn't he the scout that signed you or you worked with early on in your career?
He was the one, he was,
The manager, Carl Keel, wasn't he a scout long before you drafted
if the,
for the Expos?
if the manager came out to take me out, was I unhappy?
No, the manager of the Expos, wasn't he?
Oh, the Expos.
One of the guys that signed.
Another sidebar, the manager of the Expos was Carl Keel. Carl Keel was the scout that signed me.
Did he say anything?
He worked, the next day. Yeah. But he was with the Expos, obviously managing the team, but as a young scout, he was in the Southern California area. And so he watched me pitch a lot in high school.
At the start of your talk, you mentioned that at that point in your career, you were kind of feeling your age, and there was a lot of younger pitchers on the team. What was their reaction the next day? Did you feel like a newfound respect?
Those guys were happy to be in the big leagues. And if you remember the list of names, there aren't too many of them that are heading for Cooperstown anytime soon. But yeah, they were happy. Everybody was happy. We didn't have a great team, and we were not in contention for anything. And so, any distraction that's positive and a reason to be happy, you jump on that. Yeah. But of all of those guys, Joe Sambito had a great run as a closer. And he had the same thing I did. He was doing like this, his ball was doing this. But his arm didn't hold up. I don't know what he would have accomplished if he'd been able to play 4 or 5 more years, but he was not very old when he retired.
Well, you were the old man of the staff then. How old were you when you were this?
He was 30.
29.
Yeah. So 30 years old, I turned, a couple months later, I turned 31.
Dirk, I have a question for you. Your feat is unique in Major League Baseball history because it's the first no-hitter against a Canadian team. So, has anybody ever in Canada say, "Hey, look at this guy. This is the first guy to throw a no-hitter against a Canadian team." Because the Blue Jays didn't join the league until '77. So, how do you feel about having that distinction? The first major league.
I was watching that telecast too, and they mentioned that. I knew the answer immediately because nobody else would think of Montreal. They think it's Toronto. It's still hitter against Toronto. But yeah, it was Montreal.
Nobody's ever given you any Canadians.
There have been a few of them against Toronto, though. Did Nolan get one there?
Huh?
Did Nolan have one in Toronto?
Verlander.
Nolan's last no-hitter was against Toronto, but I don't know where it was.
Okay. So yeah, that was, I remember Verlander pitching that game. A lot of Nolan's games.
Pretty up. Well, fair.
That's let me know. You gotta get Patrick to read that.
Well, he's gonna give a couple of facts and stuff like that. So I don't know if y'all heard, but Ethan Pecca is making his major league debut on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So they announced that. So we need Dierker to fill in tomorrow night, right?
Need some help.
I don't know. Dierker apparently started tomorrow night. So
Out here.
So we came up with this idea. It was, I don't know if it was Mike's idea or Patrick's idea, who first came up with this idea about honoring Dirk. Which one? Was it you, Mike? Or
I don't think they.
was it you, Patrick?
I think it was Mike.
I think it was Patrick
Myself.
and Mike who both came up with this idea of honoring Dirk. So
Was your act?
no. Patrick actually did a lot of homework and came up with some 50 unique facts related to Dirk's no-hitter. Patrick, you want to come up here and give a couple?
Sure.
Well, I'll hold the thing. I'll hold the sign, so we don't have to do anything.
Straight it out. Put it on the angel.
Wow, I'm homeless.
Don't drop it, Joe.
See what I'm saying?
No pressure.
See, and they just broke apart.
Yeah, you already knocked it up once.
See what I'm saying?
We're not pretty well crowd.
Tough crowd, big crowd.
But anyway, a 30-year-old man threw a no-hitter. You can't move a brain.
I'm having a steroid shot in my back, if you don't mind. It's all right. Very happy. Here we go.
It's right side of that.
I think it's right still. Is it right, sir?
Yeah.
Well, as Joe said, we came up with this idea to come up with 50 facts in honor of the 50th anniversary of the no-hitter. So a bunch have already been mentioned. Some along the lines of the Expos. So in addition to being the first no-hitter against the Canadian team, Larry loved pitching against the Expos in his career. So in 20 games against the Expos, he was 12-4 with 9 complete games and 4 shutouts. So that was pretty impressive. And the Expos also are the only team he never had an intentional walk against. Wow. And he started talking about the quote you had a Joker after the first inning, whereas here the game, his outing before this was against the Big Red Machine, and allowed 10 hits and 4 runs against that. So it was kind of unexpected in a way to come out and have such a great performance. So he had 4 days rest between the Reds and the no-hitter, and then after the no-hitter, he got 6 days rest before facing the Mets. And where was that's the part here. Home plate umpire was John McSherry. So 3 games, Larry pitched with him behind the plate. He had 2 complete games. 2 complete game shutouts actually in those 3 games, and had 20 strikeouts in 25 innings. So a lot of the stars aligning for the no-hitter for him there. So, and if anyone's interested in this, we can send this out in a digital copy for you guys to have as well.
That's great. Good job.
I guess there's an for it. I still think he had it.
So number 46, David's on the call here. One of 3 no-hitters Bill Burton managed during his time with the Astros. The others being Ken Forsch on April 7th, 1979, Nolan Ryan, September 26th, 81. It's a little Bill's Burton, stacks right here. 30 total batter space. Many fans with it. Yeah, the beard. Dierker had the sacrifice fly, drove the run in. He drove in Jose Cruz in the 2nd inning. The 5th game, Irvin caught Dierker. Okay. So, anybody have anything else about the no-hitter or a story or something like that? Fred?
Larry was mentioning the dude for the beer. You remember what they called that, right? Foamer. The foamer.
The foamer.
Foamer. He had a home run while it was going after.
And the beer were 8-ounce glasses. Pennies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could refer it up.
All right.
All right. So, what do you got for us, Mike?
For you.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. You want to come up here because it was your idea too? Come on. All right. Dirk, we actually have something for you from the chapter.
Yes.
In honor of your achievement.
Or the pizza.
$10 gift certificate for Domino's Pizza. 15 to
You know,
We created this, we had this
the
idea.
shooting star, which was the uniform at the time. Right, logo. And you were born 9/22/46, right? And she 29. You turned 30 in September.
Yeah, I was too young. Yeah, so at least I could remember something, you know, at least I could hear and see.
Yeah.
Somebody want to take a picture of, hold it up.
Yeah.
That's my fire.
Get the picture.
Come on, Mike.
We're not taking him on. Shy as I am.
Something on.
Thank you, being called. Hold it.
There.
Send it to me, I want to put it up here. Just one.
There. There.
Hey, Jason?
Yes.
It's like, we see your,
It will be on tonight at 10.
Tonight at 10.
Therefore, I have to go.
Tonight at 10. Okay.
No problem. So I will not be reading it. Probably Len or Mia will be doing it because I have to get up early for Texans training camp tomorrow morning. But congratulations, Larry. Thank you for the stories. It was great to hear. Bye, everybody.
Okay. Now we have a trivia contest. PhD version. Ted Meyer.
This is what you get for winning this thing, is you get to do the next.
You get to do the next one, plus I have quite a few gifts to give out tonight.
Okay.
Saber 54.
Oh, yeah.
I have a Saber 54 hat. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Bob Dorrill brought a Asdrubal Cabrera Cleveland Indians bobblehead. Not Cleveland Guardians. Asdrubal Cabrera Cleveland Indians. Asdrubal Cabrera. They're all Asdrubal. Asdrubal. It's Googling now. They'll have a Saber 54 hat. Saber 54 hat.
Oh, I hope my daughter doesn't name
A Saber 54 shirt, large.
Asdrubal.
So, I feel like, what's his name? Santa from the Astros pitching staff. I have to mug stuff in here.
I think the record-setting night, Mark Warner made a money.
Oh, I know.
First time it's not been a member.
Yeah. Well, they're getting a trivia passed out. Can Larry and Bill talk about that?
Oh, yes. All right. Sure. While we're getting the trivia thing together, Bill Brown and Larry Dierker would like to speak to you about an upcoming event. Okay? Brownie and Dirk. No, they're going to talk about an upcoming event.
I do it, Rick. Dirk and I have been asked by an Astro fan, you remember his name? I'm sorry.
No.
Well, I know that one person next to me. And I said, where is that? Well, it's kind of, or down, and then you go right kind of. He's a Texas guy. This is there's a cruise that where the
Can everybody hear him?
The feature of the cruise is baseball, specifically Astros baseball, and Brownie and I are going to be the hosts. It starts in April 11th, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
April 11th through 17th. It's the Cancun Cozumel Carnival cruise.
The party boat.
Yeah, it's not sponsored by the Astros. Yeah, so it's a Houston fan cruise. Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Nice. Orange speedo.
Yeah. Brownie, it's April 11th through the 17th.
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
It's true.
So how do people who are interested sign up?
We'll send it to you.
Yeah.
For you, gentlemen, the next three guys.
Okay.
Howdy, guys.
Okay.
Well,
Like hospital. It's Houston International Baseball team trip. That is great.
Thank you.
Those of you online,
Just gonna read the question. Yeah. Okay.
So we're gonna give them a couple of minutes, or you just wanna?
Let's go.
Okay.
So, believe it or not, we're actually in a pennant race. This first question is out and out plagiarism from one person here who gave this information out Saturday night while he was wearing an orange jacket at Dykens Park in front of the entire crowd. So this one's kind of a layup. In 2005, this National League team started the season 15-30, but finished the season 74-43 to make playoffs, and then won the pennant. Name the team and the team's manager. Layup.
Jose Altuve.
That's the next question.
Next question. All right, in 1967, these four teams were locked in an epic pennant race, and in the last week of the season, were within 1.5 games of one another. Name the four teams and the winner. Oh, name the team that won the World Series that year. And this is a multi-point question. Question 3. This National League team had a 13-game lead in August and famously squandered it. Name that team and the team that tasked it to win the pennant. Can you provide the zero? No. If I gave you the year, you'd know. It'd make it too easy. Name the managers of these teams. If you really need the year, I can give it to you. Four. The worst regular season record, and this may be relevant for a certain team. The worst regular season record of a team that made the postseason was 82-80. Name the team and the year. That's tough. Got to hear it clear for this year. Ask question maybe the answer may be different. 6 weeks.
AL West might make the playoffs with that negative record.
Okay, number 5. The worst regular season record of a team that won the World Series was 83-78. Name the team in the year. Okay, this is old school here. 3 National League teams finished within 1 game of first place in 1908. Name the 3 teams and the winner. Hint, the title was decided by one of the most famous games in baseball history.
I figured you Cleveland guys from the SABR meeting would know all this because that's all y'all talked about for 4 days.
Not just right. Number 7. This National League team famously squandered a 6.5 game lead in the last 12 games. Name that team, the year, and the team that passed them to win that one. And one of us wrote a book on this season. What? There's another hint. One of us went to high school in this.
Oh, that's big man. You know, Lou.
All right. 8. This 1934 National League team finished the season 20-5 to win the pennant by 2 games. Name the team and the 2 leading pitchers who were brothers.
Brothers.
Stupid.
You got a name? Anybody else need a pin?
Yeah. Okay, 9. This 1978 American League team erased a 14.5 game lead and won the pennant in a playoff game. Name the team that won, the losing team, and the player that hit a key seventh inning home run in the playoff game.
That's Jose Altuve.
Seven.
I want to lick the credit. That's how we go. Right next. Slow it down.
All right. This is the last one and the hardest one. What team erased the largest deficit and made it into the win a pennant? If anybody gets this right, you'll get a cash prize. From Ted.
I'm
From the chapter.
Oh, that's right.
Not sugar.
Really, back there. Back there. Just pop can.
All right, so ready for answers, Steve?
Wait. Online? Are y'all ready for answers?
Chris.
Do the answers. Are y'all ready for answers, everybody in here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. 2005 team that started 15-30, finished 74-43 to make the playoffs, then won the pennant, named the team and the team's manager. As our Brownie said this weekend, that was the Astros and Phil Garner. 2 points. 2 points. All right. 1967, these 4 teams were locked in a big pennant race. The 4 teams were the Red Sox, White Sox, Tigers, and the Twins. They were all within a game and a half of each other toward the end of the season. The winner was the Red Sox, of course. Then they lost in the World Series to the Cardinals. The Red Sox, White Sox, Twins, and Tigers.
Is that 5?
Yeah.
Is it 1 for each right end?
So there's actually 6 points. There's the 4 teams, there's the winner, and then the team that beat them in the World Series. Okay. This National League team had a 13-game lead in August. Famously squandered it, named the team and the team that passed them, the managers. This was the shot heard around the world. The Brooklyn Dodgers had the lead. The New York Giants caught them. The managers were Chuck Dressen for the Dodgers, and of course Leo DeRocher for the Giants. Okay, the worst regular season record of a team that made the postseason is 82-80, named the team of the year. Plummer actually talked about this Saturday night. Yeah, it was the Padres in 2005. But we're gunning for it. All right, worst regular season record of a team that won the World Series, 83-78. That was the Cardinals in 2006. And 3 National League teams finished within 1 game of first place. 1908, 1913 winner. And this, of course, was the year of the Merkle game in 1908. One of the most amazing stories of baseball. But it was the Cubs, Pirates, and the Giants. They really grinded down for the end of the year, and the Cubs won. A book called Grade 8 by Kate Murphy this year, which is fantastic. Okay. This National League team famously squandered a 6.5 game lead in the last 12 games. Name that team, the year, and the team that passed them to win the pennant. This was the Philadelphia Phillies in 1964. They were passed by the Cardinals.
Sorry, Lou.
It was a Cardinal manager. For the Yankees. No,
It was Johnny Keane. Keane. Right, this 1934 National League team finished the season 20-5 to win the pennant by 2 games, named the team, and their 2 leading pitchers who were brothers. This was the Gas House Gang, St. Louis Cardinals, and the Dean brothers, Dizzy Dean and Paul Dean, they called the staff. And more relevant or recent, this 1978 American team erased a 14.5 game lead and won the pennant in a playoff. Name the team that won, losing team, and the player that hit a key 7th inning home run in the playoff game. Yeah, Red Sox, Bucky Dent. Yep, right. Yankees, Red Sox, Bucky Dent. And this is a hard one. What team erased the largest deficit in Major League history to win a pennant?
49 White Boston Parade.
Who said that?
American Parade.
You're right. That's it. 1914 Boston Braves. 15 games.
Oh, yeah. American Parade.
What's the maximum possible score?
30.
30. 15? Oh,
Right on the screen.
man on the screen?
Sam.
Damn. Okay, how about this? 20.
Oh.
Patrick, we have our winner. Okay, Patrick, Asdrubal Cabrera, bobblehead, Saber 54 hat, Saber 54 large shirt. Here's a Saber 54 welcome bag, but I added a couple of things. All right. I like pins, so here's a pin for my trip to South Carolina, the Greenville Drive, and here's the Cleveland Guardians, and Herb will probably remember this little gift I won from the lottery thing at the Lake County Captains. This is the Ohio Lottery water bottle. So here is in the bag. So Patrick, or one of the books. You got to come up here and pick, man. Come on, man. Too many options. Too many options. The shirt, the hat, the group, the burra, the saber hat, or one of the. Okay. The large. It's cool. All right, congrats, Patrick. You get to write next month. Hey. Oh, Vince, how you doing?
I'm great, Joe. How are you?
That's fine. I was making the comment. I don't know if everybody remembered that we had a picture of us at the Brewers at the Guardians game, and it's because of your wife that all of us look better than we actually are.
I say that every day.
Big Samuel.
All right, there's Samuel there who'll tell you everything about Rickwood Field, right, Samuel?
Yeah, something like that.
I have personally volunteered Samuel to make a presentation at Saber 55, so he needs to get on it. So, how many did you get right, Samuel?
What, today?
Trivia, yeah.
19.
19. Anybody can be. John Lloyd and Samuel had 19. We have a tie for second place. How do you want to fight this out? I got books. I got Asdrubal Cabrera bobblehead. I got a Saber 54 hat. I got the Saber 54 welcome bag with the Ohio Lottery bag and a couple pens. What do you want, Samuel?
You can just give it to somebody there since I'm not there. It'll be fine. I'm good.
Okay, motivation for you to show up. By the way, our meeting next month is between Brownie's birthday and Dierker's birthday. So if you know Brownie's birthday and you know Dierker's birthday, you know the date of the next meeting. Who's the 20th? Brownie? The 22nd?
Yeah.
All right, September 21st is our next meeting. All right. There's a couple of names out there. A presenter from Saber 54 that may be presenting. You may also have a presentation about Cy Young. Okay, 19 and 19. All right. Who got 18? 18 answers right. 17. 16. Oh, we got 17. William? Yeah. Herb? What do you want, Herb? You read Saber 54. You want one of these books? No. You got to come up here, man. This is the This is the one that Mark was supposed to give a couple months ago. It's called the called shot, favorite Cubs and unforgettable. Okay. So that would mean your name, right? You want to come get one of these? Okay. 15. 14. 13.
Vince.
Okay.
Hey, Joe.
We got Vince in there.
At 14 or one of those.
Who was that? Vince. Vince, what you want?
Oh, you don't have to mail me anything, Joe. It's all right. I had 14, but
Okay. Thanks. 13. 12. 0. Come on. 11.
What was 0?
We got two 11s right here. So we got the head. Look, so got to fight it out. Okay. You want to do a flip a coin for the hat, or you want to book? Okay. You want to book? Sure. Okay. Whatever's left over, you can have. You'll find it out, Mike. All right. Thank you all for being a great audience. Go Astros. September 21st next month. Bye bye. All right.